Hi, good afternoon. I'm James Butler from the UK, so I'm British, and I work for Porsche Cars in Saudi Arabia, and I'm the National Sales Manager. I was offered a job with Porsche 9 years ago now, and I saw it as a great opportunity to come somewhere different, somewhere that I didn't know anything about, and like I say, I joined 9 years ago now. I started work when I was 15 years old, which was quite common when I was a boy, and I started as a mechanic for Land Rover, and I worked my way right through the business to where I became the general manager at 28. So I've done this job now for 40 years, actually 45 years I've done this job now, and it's all I've ever done. So I've worked in the automotive industry for all my life. The perception of Saudi Arabia is totally different than the reality of Saudi Arabia. So how the country is portrayed on our TV is nothing like the country is, and especially the country today. Again, living here makes you really appreciate how warm the country is, and I don't mean just in the temperature terms, I actually mean how warm the people are. They're the friendliest people I've ever met, and totally different than the UK. And here, everybody has time for you. Everybody will share whatever they have with you, how little they have, they will share it with you, which is again totally different than what I expected. And again, over the 9 years I've been here, there's been radical changes to the country, and it's just become easier and easier to live here, and it's very enjoyable living here now. To adapt here and to enjoy your time here, you have to embrace the culture, respect the country you're in, and all its traditions. But to me, the big thing is to embrace it, and that's something I learned. It was something that a client taught me on my first day here. He said, embrace the culture and you will have a great time, and that's exactly what I've done, and it's made it very, very easy to live here. So I've travelled quite a bit in Saudi Arabia with my job. Obviously I go to Jeddah and to Hobart on a regular basis, and I've travelled around but nowhere near as much as I would like to, and still I have a bucket list, if you will, of places I want to go and visit. So like Alula and Neom, these are places that I believe I will visit over the next few years, and as the country keeps changing, there are so many other places to visit. I'd like to take part in visiting them. I've visited in the desert a lot, I've been to the desert a lot, and I've really enjoyed my time there because it's something totally unique to this country. Again, I've visited many areas in the kingdom, and I've enjoyed the museum that they've opened, and again, one of the things there, I make sure that all my family, when they visit, my friends, they all get forced to go and have the history lesson of Saudi Arabia. So, and these places are obviously of very great importance to the kingdom, and it's great that they keep these places open for the public to see. One of the things I did when I first came here is I joined a hiking club, and I didn't realise we had so much beauty around us. The desert is not far away, and I've visited many, many places, and a number of years ago nobody seemed to know about these places. So like the Edge of the World, which is a unique landscape to go and see, and one for all the tourists. But I'm amazed at how many Saudis I've met that don't even know that this place exists. And then there was another one, and there's a blue lagoon inside the heat cave. And I went there, and again, another place that nobody seems to know about, but a place to visit that is really interesting. And you have to climb down for nearly 20 minutes, and when you get down there, there's a cool pool. And this is a massive lagoon in the bottom of the heat cave. So it's a really interesting place to go and visit. But again, going with the hiking club at the time, I visited many places in the desert that were very interesting. Well, the transition started a number of years ago, and I always remember going to the first Formula E event, and they had one of the first concerts, and it was the most surreal experience seeing all the Saudis dancing when you've never seen it for 3 or 4 years, and suddenly you can see that they wanted to enjoy themselves just the same as everybody else. And since then, Porsche sponsored the Middle Beast, and we were again one of the first sponsors of the Middle Beast. And to see this and to see the young people of Saudi Arabia enjoying themselves, and for me to be able to take my own family, my own daughter, you know, for her to go and see Bruno Mars was a real milestone for her, and she still to this day is talking about it. So we try and attend any of the concerts and things like Middle Beast, and again I think these are great things for the kingdom, and it's great that the children here have these available to them. In Saudi Arabia now there are so many events, it's actually hard to keep up with them, and we're very privileged that the kingdom organises all these events. So for example, it's the leading country now for the boxing. You can see all the best boxing matches here. Tennis, they're bringing all the best tennis players here now. Formula One, Formula E, you know, there's literally something to do every week. So it makes it a very enjoyable place to not only to visit but to live. You know, I have more opportunities here than I ever had before. The main purpose of me being here was always to work, and I thoroughly enjoy my work, and I don't have a job that is a job. I have a job that is very interesting, so I enjoy doing, but we all like our playtime. Again, we're very fortunate in Saudi Arabia now that there's the opportunity to do many things, and even though I may not look like it, I play a lot of sport. We play a lot of tennis, we play a lot of squash, we play a lot of paddle. And these things were not really available to us a number of years ago, and even in the UK they're not readily available to us as they are here. But there's so many other things that we can do, whether it's driving at the weekend, whether it's going horse riding at the weekend. There's anything you can imagine you can do. You know, the cinemas, the level of the cinemas, the quality of the cinemas here is of a different level than what we have in the UK. So it becomes a real nice night out to go to the cinema and enjoy it here. Saudi food, I have a love affair with food anyway, as you can probably see. And kabsa, I couldn't believe how good this was. So I've enjoyed all the Saudi food. And again, it's back to the restaurants here. When I first came here, there was very, very few fine dining restaurants. Now we have many, many fine dining restaurants. So the food, not just Saudi traditional food, but world level cuisine is available here to all of us. One of the things I love to do with my wife is to enjoy the food here and enjoy the fine dining. And I've tried dishes there that I never even knew existed, and that for the palate they blow your mind. But the other thing they do there, which is amazing, is the cocktails. And they have the most amazing quantity of different cocktails, and they surprise me every time I go with a new cocktail. But it makes it that for us it's like a normal life. To be able to go out and have a meal in a beautiful restaurant, it makes it feel normal being in Saudi Arabia. One of the great things with socialising in Riyadh is there's so many places to go, so many great places to eat out. And our clients are nearly all Saudis, and they're the most sociable people in the world. And at first I used to believe that people were just inviting us out for dinner or to their houses out of being polite, but it's not, it's the culture. And so again, we can literally go out every single night. Yeah, the socialising, the restaurants. We have some of the best restaurants in the city, you know, probably in the world actually. And again, I recently brought some guests from Germany, from Porsche, and we took them to a couple of the restaurants and they were blown away with the quality that we have in Saudi Arabia. And it's not just the quality, it's the quantity of great restaurants and great places to socialise. The hospitality here is second to none. I'm not saying it's the best in the world, but it's the warmest hospitality you could get anywhere in the world. People make you feel that they're actually you're part of their family. You feel like a son, you know, or a brother, and they make you welcome. They'll give you anything they have to make you feel welcome. And I found this even from the beginning when I first came here 9 years ago. A typical work-life day for me is different every single day, and that's one of the things I love about my job, to try and teach them the best ways of handling our clients and to ensure that our clients are getting the level of luxury service that they deserve. We have some very unique cars in the showroom, and again I like to be able to coach the salespeople on how to sell these cars and again to make sure they understand the technical side of all our product. In Porsche we have many cars that are test drives, so you can have the Porsche experience anytime you want. If you come to the showroom, we will take you out in a car and let you experience what it's like to be in a Porsche, and in many cases what it's like to be able to drive a Porsche. This is the new GT3 RS, 525 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 3.2 seconds. It'll be one of the last naturally aspirated engines, so this will become a big collector's item. And as you can see, with the Alcantara dashboard, with the stitching that matches the colour of the car, this is a very special car. The yellow enhancement on the dashboard there. I'm sure you'll enjoy driving this car, yeah? You'll enjoy driving it. My motivation to stay here is I still enjoy teaching, and now with Saudiization we employ more Saudis than we've ever done before, which is great for the kingdom, and I want to be able to pass my 45 years of knowledge to these young people so they can enjoy the career that I've enjoyed and hopefully give a better service to our clients. The toughest part of my job is ensuring that we give the level of service that's required, and my standards are extremely high. And so I want to make sure that we give this high level of service, high level of luxury service, and that's always going to be tough. The most beautiful part of my job is definitely the training, and seeing somebody that we employ. We have some great examples where we employed a young boy as a receptionist who spoke very little English, and I always remember my wife helping coach him with his English, and this boy went on to become a very successful salesperson. So it's seeing the development of people, and also we have the most interesting clients, so enjoying dealing with these clients on a daily basis. The key here is to embrace the culture and be very patient. You have to be patient, especially when you're trying to teach people, and you can't change culture, so you have to embrace it and work with it. I think the main similarity is that the Saudis and the British are very family orientated, and certainly from where I come from, you know, family is very, very important. Well, there's nowhere else in the world like here where family comes first, and that's the biggest similarity. with the new visit visas over the last few years, we don't need to go home anymore. Our family come here, and many of our brothers, sisters, children, granddaughter, they've all visited Saudi Arabia and enjoyed being here. I've never yet had any member of the family who's come and hasn't wanted to stay or who hasn't returned. What do I miss about the UK? Sadly, nothing. I love living here, and I'm not just saying that. I know I'm being interviewed, but I genuinely love my life here, and my family have the best of everything here. We have the best healthcare, far better than what we've got in the UK at the minute. We have so many opportunities to do things and go places. But there's one that's very important to me now. It's so safe to live here. The lack of crime, compared to the UK, why would you want to be there at the minute? So to me, we're safer here. My daughter's safer here. She can go out to the malls. She can go to other places in the city. And I wouldn't feel comfortable doing this in the UK. So my daughter and my family being here and being happy is one of the most important things. One of the unique things here is being able to enjoy going to the boulevard, but feeling safe when you go there. Being able to go out with your family and feel safe in these places is very unique to us. Big thing that I've learned is to be patient. And again, I was very ignorant to different cultures. So to come here and learn such a diverse culture to what I was brought up with, I think is a great opportunity for me. We're very fortunate that we designed a car which is, the colour is Python green, and it's very similar to the Saudi flag. And one of the things that I've learned here in this country is there's a massive amount of patriotism. And so for National Day, I got this car for my wife for her birthday, and we used it in the National Day parades, and it drew a lot of attention because of the colour. And one of the things that we always notice here is the patriotism towards the flag to National Day. I'm amazed at how many people go out and enjoy these parades and the firework displays and everything. We're very fortunate to have our family here, and I would like to say that with my daughter, she loves living here. She goes to the British school on the diplomatic quarter. She has many, many hobbies. So she has piano lessons. She has guitar lessons. She's recently taken her purple belt in Taekwondo. She plays paddle with us every single weekend, and she plays tennis 3-4 times a week and is a very, very good tennis player. Now, sometimes we joke with her about her going back to the UK, and she always fights with us and says, no, I want to stay here. So I think it's good for the young children that it's very easy for them to live here. And she has the most amazing social life and mixes with so many different people from the school, on the compounds, a lot of Saudi friends. And again, for her to be able to go to places like the mall and shop, where it's safe for her to go to the cinema and it's safe. So for young teenagers, again, I think it's a great place for them to be brought up. And the diverse culture, she will leave this country one day and have a totally different outlook on life than a lot of other people. I really don't plan to leave, so I'm hoping I won't miss anything. What do I think I will miss is the family culture, the friendliness of the people, the warmth that people share with you. I meet strangers every day in the business, and so many of these become a friend. I will miss that, because I'm certain in the UK it wasn't as warm and friendly as this. So one of the things I'd like to say to the people back home in the UK, and to anybody thinking of visiting Saudi Arabia, don't believe the views that you see day to day on the TV. come here, visit the country, come with an open mind, and I promise you, you will enjoy visiting this kingdom. So first of all, a message to all my family and my friends. I came to Saudi Arabia for 1 year. I'm still here 9 years later, and I have no intention to come home soon. So guys, keep enjoying my stories about the Magic Kingdom, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. To all the other viewers who are watching this program, and if you're thinking of coming to Saudi Arabia, please get your visit visa, come and visit it, enjoy all these beautiful places, enjoy the culture, enjoy the people. You will have the most amazing time in the most amazing country.